Bonjour, je m'appelle Rose, and thus begins and ends pretty much my entire knowledge of the French language. I did take a little bit of French when I was in the 7th grade. It was one semester, but it was split up into 3 different languages. It was Italian, French, and German. And it's only until in the recent couple years that I've learned a little bit more German because that just completely flew out of my head. Same goes with Italian. Yeah, I don't think I remember a lick of that particular language, but French, I've remembered a really, really small handful of words, and I think I remember how to count to 5. Yeah, not super impressive, but maybe a little impressive that I retained that much from that long ago, because that was a while ago. Now that we've got those introductions out of the way, so we went to Strasbourg. These nuances with these particular names. Good on you. We went to Strasbourg for an entire day. My husband's cousin, and so that doesn't become an entire mouthful the entire time. His name is Tim. So Tim took myself and my husband to Strasbourg because he has been there a handful of times, so he knows his way around. And just a slight so you know, if you want to park anywhere, there is, and of course I can't tell you the exact location because that was also so long ago, but we were able to find some underground parking, and it was actually pretty cheap if I remember correctly. We were parked down there for probably 8 hours, maybe a little bit more than that, and it was probably between maybe 8 to 13 euros for the entire time, because I'm pretty sure trying to find parking on any parts of the side streets would be just too much of a hassle. We went to 4 or 5 particular locations. Off the top of my head, we did explore a little bit of Petite France, which, what place in Europe does not look like it's straight out of a storybook? It's so quaint and so cute. Although I don't think we were able to explore that as much as we could have. Again, we were trying to pack everything in one day, but what little that we saw was really nice. We also went to the Cathedral Notre Dam. It was something Protestant, Saint-Pierre, something. And we also went to... Now I need to look at my notes. Hold on! Palais de Rohan. And who else is thinking of Lord of the Rings when they see or read Rohan? Just me? It can't be just me. Whew. Should I attempt this word? Barrage Vauban? Again, the title will be below somewhere on the screen. Yikes. Protestant Saint-Pierre, Petite France, Cathedral Notre Dam. No, I can say that one. Cathedral Notre Dame de Strasbourg. Strasbourg. I will get these names eventually. So those were the 5 main places that we went, and some fun little tidbit stories. When we went to the Palais, there are 3 other things within it. I think there was 2 or 3 museums. Was it 2? Yeah, and we did explore, I think, both museums. One of them was an archaeological museum down below. Unfortunately, I did not take any footage down there. I think I was too nervous or something. But there was a moment, since it's archaeological, so there were some skeletons on display, and the way they displayed it was kind of neat, actually. It was laid within the ground, so it was just as if they dug it up right there, and then they just put glass over top. And my husband's cousin, Tim, we did snap a few photos of him laying down next to them, posing as if he were a skeleton. Quite humorous. I'll have to look up what the specific names of these museums are and put it up somewhere on the screen at some point within this video. Yeah, because right now I cannot remember if we saw both museums, the archaeological one for sure, and we were able to see within the palace. I did get some footage from that, but not as much as I had hoped, but because we got to a certain point when one of the staff workers came up to me and asked me, quite politely though, if I could put away my camera. I had the GoPro, and I had it on one of those, I don't know the specific name, but just a stick, and it was maybe like this tall. That's what I had it on, and I assumed that this lady was concerned that I would just be all willy-nilly and like end up banging something at some point. So she asked me to put it away, and I did. So not as much footage as I would hope, but you get the gist. It was very opulent. Is that the word I'm looking for? Besides just saying it was fancy, because I feel like it's so much more than just saying it was fancy. It felt like you could just plop down, if you were allowed. You can just plop down in one of the rooms and just look around, and with even in an hour, I don't even know if you could take in all the details. It was really cool. Okay, I have a question. I don't know if it's just me, but anytime I go into museums or churches, cathedrals, those type of environments, I am never 100% comfortable. I always feel like I'm in a really strict school or something, and if I just breathe wrong, I'm going to get punished for it. A lot of times I'm always holding like my hands like really close to my body. I don't like get too close to the walls or whatever happens to be in there, because I'm just so nervous that a worker is gonna be like, you should not have even looked at that vase that particular way. You have crossed a line. You know what I mean? I know I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit here, but yet not. They make me nervous. Ugh. Gotta pause right here for everybody's benefit. This right here on the right, that is a public restroom. This on the left is a public school. Now you know, to save everybody some embarrassment. You're welcome. Saint Pierre was a right old gem to check out, although my GoPro wasn't quite able to capture how splendid it was on the inside. I mean, it's probably naturally quite dark in there all the time, so and there's only really, I think, so much that a camera can capture, but definitely check it out. It is free, although donations were definitely welcome. Hey everybody, just popping in at the very end to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! We got to a particular point where, it was overlooking Salzburg? Salzburg. These names, they get to me.